Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 16.
Listen here, I need you to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. The only problem I have with this type of show is that I don't know what the show is called. Is it Life After Lockup? Is it called Love After Lockup? It's just so many names for this one show, and it's complicated. Like all these relationships. Mm-hmm. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So we start with Brooke and JK. JK denies messing with Alex, talking to her, all the above.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know the lady.
Mm-hmm.
He was just at her house the other day, though. Brooke says that she's done being the bad guy, doing crazy stuff, and he honestly does sound like he's messed up. So she tells him to get himself together and be a real man. Brooke got the pregnancy test results, goes to JK's house to read the results to JK, his mom and stepdad. We learn, of course, when JK got arrested, he actually OD'd. He was driving. He went to the hospital. He was not alive 3 times.
Yeah.
They brought him back. And Brooke thinks that should have been his rock bottom for him to get himself together. His mom is telling him that if he goes back to prison, she's done. And she asks him in the confessional if he's using. He gets up, talks about how we already had this conversation off camera. And she also offers to put him in a program. Brooke is not pregnant. He immediately said he dodged a bullet. She's mostly relieved, but she thought that if she was pregnant, maybe he would try to get himself together to be there for her. He knows that she wants this relationship and he hasn't been giving it his all. They decide to hit the reset button on the relationship and move forward. But he is still talking to Alex and they're trying to cook up a time in order for them to see each other. At the same time, he's telling Alex he is going to leave Brooke.
Meanwhile, he just got done hugging and talking about how he gonna marry Brooke and things of that nature when he walked into the car. Here's the only thing I can think of while watching this foolery, right? Brooke don't listen to her mother enough for me.
Not at all.
Not and that'd be you listen here. The way you don't listen to me, you will find your grandkids outside my house on the side of the road because I ain't watching them no more. And I told you before you tell anybody that you're pregnant, go get a blood test to confirm it. But you wanted to run your mouth and things of that nature. And for one, it was already sketchy in the first place because you said you took 6 tests, right? So off top, I said, get a blood test, as your mother said, and you chose not to. No, I'm going to go tell him I'm pregnant, and now you're not pregnant, and now you're in the bathroom crying. You talk about you are relieved, but you crying as if you felt like this baby was going to basically be the change in your relationship to make him be more serious. I don't know if y'all understood or understand what Blair just read. This guy was arrested. He OD'd. He died 3 times, and he was brought back. There is no rock bottom for him. He is beyond sick. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really understand at this point why the mother's even saying, hey, we can put you in a program. I would have put you in a program the first day you got out of jail. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I would have went to the PO and said, there's a way if you really want to help him, right? But people think like these outside external things are supposed to help someone who is sick. He's sick. You get what I'm saying? And he doesn't want to get well, or at least he don't have the will to want himself to get well to the point where he's getting basically lying to us, lying to himself, and basically ODing on drugs to the point where everybody asking him, is he doing drugs? And he's getting upset that they even asking the question for someone who got arrested for doing drugs. So that's why I'm really not understanding what this whole, even though you're not pregnant, like this hopeful thing that this family feel. Well, the father was like, thank God. And you know what I'm saying? The stepfather was like, thank God. But the whole mother talk about, I'm rooting for y'all. And Brooke over here talking about like, I was hoping that the baby would bring change. It's like, yo, you're fooling yourself now.
Yeah, I think with the situation, I want better for Brooke only because I want better for her kids. I hate the fact that her kids have to live with a mama who's going to run behind a man every chance that she gets, and they have to sit up and wait for her to pick them up, talking about, ooh, I was supposed to get them. I'm actually late. I need to go. It's just like your children are an afterthought, and it's actually sad.
It's disgusting.
It's actually sad. So if it wasn't for the kids, I would say, have fun, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But the kids need a mom who actually is involved and is going to put them first, and that's all I really got to say about it.
Or at least second. It seems like the kid's not top 3.
No,
it's like
it sucks to see.
It's weird, yeah.
Now, Kiana, Damodrick, and Jawalia. So he leaves the baby's party. He says that he is not still cheating on Kiana. Jawalia gets the kids to leave, and while she's leaving, his stepmom says that Jawalia is being bitter. She has a smart mouth and always feels like she needs to defend herself. Jawalia says that she's not jealous of Damodrick or Kiana. They've been sleeping together, and they're still going to sleep together. She tries to leave without the gifts, but Damodrick's dad ends up getting her to get the gifts because it's for the kid. make
Don't
the kid
punish the
not
kids, yeah.
have his gift for his birthday. Damodrick ends up calling Kiana to pick him up, which she does. And then he's talking about how he doesn't plan to tell Kiana about the money because she'll be upset about that. So he brings up how Jawalia was arguing about how they've been sleeping together, and he says that he hasn't been doing that. But Kiana says, well, you have been over there putting the kids to bed. You could have put the kids to bed and then put Jawalia to bed. She doesn't think that Jawalia's making it up, and she needs him to be honest. She says that the relationship isn't worth sacrificing your freedom for. And I'm just like, so you did it then, Kiana, because why would you even say that?
Yeah. I need to really understand it from a woman's perspective, and you need to help me with this, Blair. Is that even a believable lie? I'm going over to my baby mama's house to put the kids to sleep. Is that even believable? Is that even a possibility of truth in that statement?
I think it's no. I don't. But the thing is that I think it sucks because if you do live in a town to where you could put your kid to sleep every single night, I think that would be a great thing. But because this man cheats, sorry, no, you can't put your kids to bed. See them during the day. I don't know what to say.
First of all,
have them come over on the weekends and put them to bed Saturday and Friday and Saturday. I don't know what to say.
So if he wasn't a cheater, you would accept that more?
No, I wouldn't. I still wouldn't.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think very highly of women, especially my black sisters. And I'm like, the whole thing of like, he goes over there to put the baby to sleep. Y'all not together.
Yeah.
What do you mean put him to sleep to read him a story? No. How about when? So let me get this straight. So when he have the kids over to the house, or let's say he had his own house, do the mother come over and put the kids to sleep?
No, Kiana not having that.
Whoever the kid live with, right? Whoever's the parent of that household is responsible to making sure that that kid is washed and put to bed. I'm not part of the world to where it's like your father be here in 30 minutes to put you to sleep. For one, I'm not taking. If it was my kid, I'm not taking that drive just to put him to sleep and then leaving without dropping something else off. So that's why I'm like for her to even, she knows what he's doing. And the whole thing of basically like he's going over there, and I don't believe he's just going over there to put his kids to sleep.
Yeah,
but she have no proof. You get what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yeah, my thing mostly is with Jawalia. I don't feel like Jawalia's being bitter. I think that Damodrick plays with her.
Yeah.
And plays with her feelings, plays with her body. And then she has this girl who likes to play around with her car and her tires.
True.
So I think that Jawalia is just like, y'all need to figure out your situation and leave me alone if you really want to leave me alone. But Jawalia, at the same time, you say you're going to keep on sleeping with the man.
Yeah.
So I think Jawalia would like Damodrick to be back so their family could be together. And she already knows the type of man that he is. And it seems like she's comfortable with getting in however she's fitting in.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's unfortunate because it doesn't seem like it's doing the relationship any good. I think it's keeping them in a pretty toxic place. But I mean, everybody's grown. They're going to do what they're going to do. I think that honestly, Kiana needs to save herself. But for some reason, this man has a lock on her brain. I don't understand that.
Yeah, and Kiana, I think the thing about Kiana, I think she's trying to do semantic with the whole thing of, I didn't do nothing to your car. I may have told my friends to do something to your car, but I may not have done anything to your car. And the thing about Jawalia is, I don't think she's bitter, but it do come off as if she's angry. She is angry. And I think she's angry because whole time the baby father is misrepresenting her in front of the parents to like his girlfriend and things like that. So that's why the mother could be like, oh yeah, Jawalia is bitter. She's this way. Because what stories is like the mantra is saying that whole time the father knows his son talking about like, you spread a little sugar around and things like that.
Yeah.
And now you reaping what you sowing.
And he's telling him, get your house in order.
Exactly.
Because it's janky.
Exactly.
So we move on to Courtney and Will. Will asks Courtney who she's been sleeping with.
Yeah.
Courtney calls him insecure and it's not her fault. Mark is just her friend and he gives her money, found her a place to live, and the ring was fake.
The ring ain't fake. Okay.
She just wants someone to fight for her. He tells her she has 24 hours to sign these divorce papers or he will have the court compel her to do it. They end up parting ways. He's crying in the car. She goes back in the house and she thinks that he should want to work things out. He's emotionally exhausted and he shares that his dad has some health issues and he is trying trying to be a support system to his father. So he texts her the address of where he's staying so that way she can come sign the divorce papers. Courtney FaceTimes her mom about the situation, and mom thinks that the whole situation was rushed anyway. Go ahead and sign the divorce papers so it can be in the past. Yeah. But Courtney felt like her first marriage would be her last, and she doesn't know if she's ready to let go of the relationship.
First of all, what is my man name? Will?
Yeah.
Will, why didn't you just go to the court? Like the whole like that's why I'm like, Will, you're trying to do this dramatic. I came all the way to Portland. You came all the way to Portland to give her papers, but you did not pick her up from prison. And the thing about it is, as crazy as it may sound, I'm on Courtney's side. And the only reason why I'm on Courtney's side is because guess what? You married this girl with the little information that you had, and Courtney has been consistently a criminal this whole time.
Yep. Ain't nothing changed.
She haven't presented herself one way and then all of a sudden did a whole 180, 360, 720, 10, 1040. Like she haven't done 1060. She haven't done any of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like the whole idea that he's trying to make it seem like, you know what, I'm divorcing you in this marriage because you bamboozled me and you got yourself locked up. She said she went down a whole list of things that she's never been, and he still chose to marry her.
Yeah.
All the things that he's going to do with his family, prayers to your father and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you still found time through your father's condition to, guess what? Go to Portland, marry this girl, get some string, get some rope, some handcuffs and things of that nature, and do all these things. That's why I'm like, well, I think you just got outsmarted. This whole idea of trying to make it seem like you brought this $10,000 ring, and whole time she's asking you something like, so where are the papers? You know, he's like, I ain't got no paper. I don't need no papers. And I'm like, no, you got outsmarted, and you basically got scammed. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like with Courtney, of course, she should leave the situation. The man doesn't want to be married to you.
Yeah.
But she is going to give you hell. So just get prepared for hell.
Make him sweat.
So we move on to Leticia and Keith. The kids are home from school. The youngest runs to him calling him dad, and the oldest is looking at them like, y'all are janky.
They are janky.
And this is ghetto.
This is ghetto.
And I'm looking just like how the daughter's looking at this. Like, this is a mess. So they go bowling. His son joins them. And the son, this is the son that they're trying to get custody of. Yeah. Leticia talks to her girls alone and explain that the oldest doesn't know how she feels about Keith and the son living with them. But the youngest she's just happy over the moon for the whole situation. And
that's why we never asked the youngest for their opinion for anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So she tells him that the son has gone through some tough times and they just want to make sure he's okay. And they, gather around him as a family. Keith is telling his son that they're there for him and working with the courts to try to bring him home.
Okay.
And I thought, number one, I think the intentions are good. I think the intentions are very good, but y'all's situation is not solid.
No.
Y'all have not been together outside of prison long enough for a court to entrust you with a child who already has been through a traumatic situation. He's stable with his grandfather. Yes, Keith should take responsibility of his child, but does Keith even have a way to provide for his child right now? Does Leticia have a way to provide right now?
Well,
because of her whole situation?
We saw no.
So I'm just like, slow down. Okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, we learned that Keith has 3 kids, 3 baby moms. His sons were born 4 days apart, and the daughter was born 6 months after he got locked up.
Yeah.
Today is court day, and he's ready to get his son back and show that he has been rehabilitated. After court, he talks about how they're in a bad situation.
Yes, they are.
The court wants Keith to take some time to get himself together, have him stay with the grandfather, which the son is currently doing. Keith ends up calling his son and telling them that the courts are pushing things back.
Do Keith know he's a ex-convict?
It don't seem like it. I don't think Leticia knows either.
Keith probably thought he just went on vacation. Like, hey, I'm back.
Yeah, give me my son.
Give me my son. First of all, as a man, you don't even have the same rights as the mother, the one who birthed the child. First of all, and when I say that, I mean like, hey, a judge would probably be more lenient with a mom, but the judge still will tell both of y'all no, especially if you come fresh out of prison and things of that nature. So that's so let me get this straight. You want to get your son back. You over here lying to the girl that's basically been holding you down, talking about I'm being catfish, or basically like I'm talking to this girl on the side, but I'm not really talking to her. But you're telling us in the confession that you're talking to her. So you are potentially removing your son if you love your son. I could tell he feels something for his son because he was getting emotional and things like that. But you want to bring him into your mess compared to leaving him where he's been, some familiarity and things of that nature. Knowing that you are talking or basically potentially flirting with other girls behind the woman's back. Like, so why are you bringing him into your mess? That's inconsiderate, and that's why I think, truth be told, the judge, if I read between the lines, I think it's basically like, hey, let's see if you can stay out of jail, basically. Let's say if you can stay out of jail, and let's see if y'all will even still be together to be in this household, because we know, like, when everybody come home, everybody's all happy and things like that, but give it some time for things to settle down and things to get into some normality, then all of a sudden y'all not together no more, or he back in jail. Who knows?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is I don't appreciate that they are playing with the son's feelings. I think that the way that they're coming across is with good intentions, that they're excited for him to come home and they want to tell him every single step, but I don't think he needs to know every single step of the process. No. I think he can know that, hey, we're working on some things to see if we can get you home, but we'll keep you updated, when that time comes. Mm-hmm. But to call him after the courthouse and be like, they pushing this back, they doing this, they doing that, that's still a child. Mm-hmm. I don't think that he needs to have all that weighing on his head of, oh, today's a court day, let me find out what happened for my dad today. Like, no, he needs to be focused on school and his future and whatever he's got going on. Yeah. And if the parents can get themselves together enough to give him a stable household with the father and with Leticia, that's great. But I don't like that being on his mind. And I also look, the younger girl, she didn't even know that Keith wasn't her biological father. Wow. So clearly the conversations in the house are limited to none. It was just crazy. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to the oldest daughter, we know her father is actually in her life. So it really is a stranger man living in the house that she's raised in. Mm-hmm. So I'm just not a fan of the whole situation. I get that Leticia, she's grown, she can do whatever she wants to do, but I just feel like there's not a lot of protection when it comes to the kids across the board. Yeah. Like it sucks. We move on to Justine and Michael. Justine goes to look at some wedding dresses with their oldest daughters, and she also wants the children to be in the wedding party. Okay. When they got married in jail, she had to follow the rules on the type of dress she could have. So she was all covered up, no jewels, in order to not set off the metal detectors. That's fair. She doesn't know if her mom is going to be there. They end up FaceTiming Michael to show him the dress. He asks how much it is, and now the connection is apparently bad. So Justine and Michael's mom are in a good place in their relationship. Yeah. And she's just kind of talking to her about her situation with her mom. She doesn't know if she would invite her mom to the wedding, and Justine hasn't talked to her mom in 4 months. Justine's mom didn't stay to help her with one of her I think Million, they were saying, after she delivered Million, and that hurt her feelings not having her mother's support. We learned that Justine's mom was a single mom and she provided nice things for her, but really wasn't an emotionally present parent.
Of course not.
Michael's mom just tells her to invite her and just see what happens. So Justine calls her mom to tell her about the wedding and asks if she wants to come and help look at some venues. And the mom tells her, look, I have to check my schedule. You can't just spring things on me last minute. I'll let you know. And Justine gets emotional and hangs up the phone.
What is your thoughts?
My main thoughts is really just about the conversation with the mom. I think that at a certain point, and I'll give Justine this, I don't know what it was like for her growing up with her mother. Okay. There can be moms who are not emotionally present and are just there to provide, and pretty much possibly if she was a single mother and just trying to, like, in survivor mode. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure I keep my child fed and healthy and a roof over our heads. Yes. And that's really all I can focus on because nobody else is going to help me, you know? So I can respect that, but I can also see where that leaves a void in that person. And unfortunately, I think that void has led to some of Justine's decision makings when it comes to men, lots and lots of children, trying to fill some type of hole. And I think that they have a big, beautiful family, but it does seem that Justine makes decisions out of whatever trauma she might have had, you know, and it may not be the smartest decisions when it comes to stability or what makes the most sense in that moment. Yeah. It's just pretty much like what they want. So I can imagine her mom is just like, look, I'm not changing up my schedule. I'm not calling out of work or whatever the case may be. I'm just because you're on a whim of now you want to have another wedding.
Yeah.
And I have to jump up and do all these things and go to all these venues. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, it's always something with you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I can understand the mom in the sense that, look, people plan weddings a year in advance.
Okay.
Some people, we planned our wedding same year, but also it was a smaller wedding. But if you're doing something this big and you want people to be that involved, you do need to give them heads up and notice for them to get their schedules and things in order, even if it is your mom. So I can see both sides of it, but at the same time, like, I think it's a never ending kind of like cycle that feeds itself when it comes to them. I think they just need a therapist, honestly.
I think when it comes to daughters and mothers, there's always lack of empathy on both sides. I think it's easy to look at Justine mom to see how she's not emotionally connected, to see how she was there for me, transactionally when it comes to providing, but emotionally I have no ties to her. But again, she was a single mother taking care of all of y'all. So she couldn't be emotional, because guess what? I got to be emotional about the rent. I gotta be emotional about the mortgage. I gotta be emotional keeping y'all alive. And I think when you deal when someone basically put their life and their dreams on hold, if they had any, right, and sacrifice their hopes and dreams to basically be in survival mode, I think it's on the child. Now, this takes a lot of maturity from the child to say thank you, because you giving up a lot. All the children that Justine has right now, right, she is still in a better position than her mother was with less children and being a single mother.
Yeah.
Think how crazy that is. They have over 4 kids. You get what I'm saying? And she's married to an ex-convict, so his job opportunities is limited. He have to go into business for himself and take higher risk for higher reward and things like that. And she is still in a better position than her mother was. You get what I'm saying? Now, granted, the mother could be a little too rough around the edges. She basically, telling her, hey, stop having kids. You know what I mean? So I think you're looking for something that you're looking for a side of your mother or a side of your parent, and they already put that to death years ago, decades ago. You're looking for some emotional attachment, and they say, I already put that to bed to make sure that you are taken care of. I can't connect with you with that. And now whenever it comes to you come telling me about you're dating this guy that's in jail. You over here telling me you're going to quit your job. You over here telling me that you have another kid. You're telling me you're moving to Vegas. You're telling me that now you're having a wedding. It just seems like it's never about sacrifice with you. I can't connect to someone who don't sacrifice when I sacrifice everything. It seems like you're doing whatever you want to do. That's why it's like the mother can't. You want to connect with your mother emotionally, and she's like, whenever you want something, Justine, you get it. And I just can't relate to you in that way, because I'm the one that give up everything for mine, and you got to have your cake and eat it too. So I can see it from both sides, to be honest.
So we move on to Daniel and Bianca.
Yeah.
He ended up getting out of the car. Bianca's just pissing him off.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm getting out right now.
So she drove home. It seemed like he walked home.
Okay.
And when he gets home, she tells him that it's irresponsible for him to be drinking. He walks away, hops on the computer, pretty much tells her, I need my space, F off.
Okay.
She goes to sit in her car. Now she doesn't know if she wants to marry somebody like this.
Okay.
Daniel is texting somebody who's got him smiling.
Let's keep going.
Daniel was happy Bianca had plans to hang out with Celeste this one night. He gets home. Bianca's sitting there on the couch or on the bed because she decided not to go. She tells him that she's depressed about his relapsing, and she thinks that she deserves more than him. She's not going to stay in this relationship if he's going to treat her this way, and he's not who she thought he was. He tells her he wants the best for her, and honestly, it's probably not me. He's not breaking the lease. He's been feeling this way for a while, but he's just now speaking up on it, which is probably a shock to her. But he can't afford this place without somebody else, but he doesn't think he'll have a problem moving with somebody in.
I'm going to be very quick with this. Last time, this is life after lockup. So on Love During or Love After, whatever it was, whatever franchise it was, we saw her being a hellion, right? And him basically being timid, right? And now she's trying to make it seem like he was with me for the money because, he can afford this place without me. And now I just feel like he don't like me. Yes, he's with you for the money. He's in jail. You get what I'm saying? You chose to reach out to him and be in a relationship with him. So I don't feel sorry for you. Now it seems like she kind of calmed down, and now he's kind of turning up for things that kind of seem like a delayed reaction and things like that. Because last time we saw them, he was kind of just taking it. And now it's kind of like he's kind of making her pay. He's basically like, I'm gonna give you payback for how you make me feel throughout this whole relationship, besides a specific isolated event. And I'm just like, just break up and go home. Go break up and go. No, don't move somebody in. You need to go home to your parents that can watch you, so you can actually start your real sober journey, in my opinion.
Yeah, and yeah, the thing is, they needed to break up. And even though Bianca is being calmer, Bianca is still too much.
Yeah.
Like, if he is out with his friends and she's blowing his phone up and then popping up, over there, that's not care.
No.
That's obsession and selfishness. How are you depressed over his relapse?
Mm-hmm.
Help him get help. Call his parents or somebody who can actually talk to him to get him the help that he needs. You're making it an issue of the relationship or disrespect to you or whatever the case may be, when his life is on the line, and take it as such. Don't talk to him and argue with him about the choices that he's making.
Yeah.
Get somebody who he actually respects and listens to sit down and talk to him. Does he not have the lady at the gym to where he goes to, and y'all do the AA stuff like in the gym and stuff?
I think
like
he
that?
needs to leave Vegas.
Yeah.
I think he needs to leave.
But I'm just saying, like, Bianca, clearly you're not getting through to him.
Yeah.
So he needs somebody that he's serious about. And even that person might not be able to get through to him right now. But honestly, you're a trigger for him. Because you also are very naggy. You're very annoying. You're very naggy. And are some of the things that you're saying on point and right? Yes. But at this point, you already nagged him out of listening to you.
Yeah.
Like, he's totally blocked you out. So if there's anything that makes sense that you say, he's not going to hear it.
Anything else?
No.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all next week.
Bye.